Morning everybody, we're going shopping now. One of the Coop supercenters. They're nice and huge warehouses where you can go shopping, and just follow us because it's usually nice and cheap here. There's a lot of specials as well and lots of nice goodies to shop. So let's go. Good things with Coop is you can collect some points, and whenever you have enough points together, which is actually not that many, you need 20 points, which means for every 10 Swiss francs you spend you get 1 point. You can buy stuff with huge discount, and at the moment every year they have a different one. They have this Zwilling cookware, and it's absolutely amazing stuff, and it's actually really expensive usually. But now you get between 60 and 70% discount, which, I mean, I can't say no when I look at this. This usually costs you nearly 300 Swiss francs. Now we get it for 90. That's a huge discount with scale cutters and the different things in the oven. So we are now busy collecting all the points. And I think we'll go home with a couple of these pots. One thing that is actually really a lot cheaper in Switzerland than in Thailand is the alcohol. A good example, and as I like champagne a lot, is the Moet. The Moet here is 40 Swiss francs, which is sort of like 1,200 baht. In Thailand, for the same wine, you pay about 4,300 baht, nearly 4 times more than here. So this is definitely something I might actually consider. Or even worse, they have discount on a Dom Perignon. Dom Perignon for 149. This is like a given away because everywhere you pay at least 170, 180. Except in Thailand, you pay up to, I'd say, 400 or 500 Swiss francs for the bottle in a shop. So alcohol in Switzerland is definitely worthwhile buying because it's really affordable. Switzerland, of course, we are known for our chocolate, and again, chocolate is something that you will not find anywhere cheaper than in Switzerland. Swiss chocolate, there is some cheaper one, but it's definitely not as good. But if you look at certain things, I love this is the little Branchli, 1 kilo for 10 Swiss francs. That's basically like cheap. I can't say it any different. And look, it's just like, I don't know where to start. So the Caille chocolates, they go for about 230 to maximum 3, which is a really nice chocolate. But here as well, you know, you buy them in a big pack, so you get 20% discount, and you just buy 3 at once. Definitely worth it. Variety of chocolate, just non-stop. The Obermaltine, you can just eat so much of it. And that's why it's nice to buy in Coop or in any big supermarket. Most of the time you get discounts, so you get 20% discount the moment you buy 2 or more, so it's really worth it. So I know exactly why I can't lose weight. And oh yes, look at our absolute favorite cookies, Cambly. We will actually go to the Cambly factory and see how they are done during our time in Switzerland. But this is like, I am in cookie heaven. Toblerone. You go in a shop, you can actually, this is just a sample, you can buy the big 4.5 kilo Toblerone. And having spoken of the sample, here's the real thing. 4.5 kilos of absolute deliciousness. Oh, heaven, heaven. And you get all the different Toblerones. But yes, sometimes I have to be honest, size does matter. You have one big slab of that, it's just like wow. We were just talking about buying in bulk. One little branchly is 150, but you can buy a whole kilo for 950. So we're going for the kilo. Now in the yogurt section, because Switzerland, land of cows, lots of milk, we have yogurt galore. Now this one here is actually just the special section. So here you get the discount. But follow me, because this is the real yogurt section. It's just 20 meters of yogurt. Never mind that on the other side we have yogurt and yogurt drinks. But these are all the different brands, the different flavors. For us, yogurt, I think I can't live without yogurt. You go from banana to apricot, to Greek yogurt, to honey, to mixed fruit, lemon, cherry, mixed berries, chocolate, hazelnut, coffee, more hazelnut but different brand, muesli, strawberry, more coffee, more apple, seasonal ones, not that really mango is season in Switzerland, but it's just one of the special ones. And then we have more yogurt. This is just like, if you don't like yogurt, you lost in this aisle at least. But there's lots of more aisles where you can be happy. But for me, I'm super happy here. Found another place that I absolutely love. Wild mushrooms, fresh sap mushrooms. They cut them in half that you can see that there's no worms in it, because the saps often have worms in it. And then of course we have the chanterelle mushrooms here, and some mixed mushrooms. This is absolutely amazing. I think I will have to cook some more with the mushrooms here. Very happy day. Some cheap mangoes as well, but the really nice ones here, the Prima Gusto, is actually 5 francs 50 for one piece. I mean, if you think 5.50 in the Philippines, we buy at least 2 kilos for the same price, and this one is still very hard. I don't think it's that tasty yet. So yeah, there is certain things in Switzerland, they are expensive. We have here a whole lot of assorted chilies. I think some of them are really nice and spicy. But what is nice is, I mean, they're not cheap. They are 2.30 for 100 grams. So that's like 23 Swiss francs a kilo. But I mean, how much chilies do you need? And in other countries they're expensive too. In Philippines very much so. And people are complaining. Here it's just normal, that we pay that much. Nobody really complains about it. We just found some special pralines for people who are a little bit more health conscious, because here we actually have the cocktail tomatoes like color coded. So they like Smarties. You can buy different colors and then you can put them in a bowl at home, and then you can pop them like Smarties and you can feel good about it. So sometimes we look at our waistline as well. In another section of the shop, it's just a tiny little section. It's the cheese section. It's basically one big aisle down here with all the packed cheeses, but then there is one roundabout here with all the cheese that you can have. It's absolutely amazing. He's actually a cheesemaker, and I'm now just tasting some cheese.
Ein offizieller Nachtwärter und ich sage immer so, ein kleines schmeckt nicht leer, das ist richtig und das hat nur
So part of the cheese section, of course, is the open cheese. So you have a lot, it's mainly Swiss cheeses here, but then you speak with the people here and then they cut as much as you want from the big cheese. It's amazing. I mean, here we have a cheese with flowers around it. We have a cheese that is with leaves around it. Also geil. Grutze wo?
Kann ich nicht beschneiden?
Wow, just have a look at the variety of meats here. It's just incredible. This is just a normal supermarket. This is not some specialty shop. But today we actually found half a lamb. You can buy half a lamb here, just like that. Take it home, it's nice and clean. It's actually quite heavy. And there's so much more. I was just now at the meat cabinet where they dry age the meat for you, top quality, 5 weeks. It's amazing. That is not normal, but it's wonderful to have. We're now in the bread section. Now the bread section, as the cheese section, is absolutely huge. But what I really like here is that they're busy making the bread here. It gets baked fresh and then it comes out there. There must have been at least 30 different types of bread. So this is really, you can see the importance of the bread for us Swiss. And yeah, let's go through and enjoy it. I think today we have some big sizes, some panettone, but not just a small one, just like a huge one for the whole family. Amazing. as well the Zopfer meat, or the Zopf is a bit like a challah. You can see it's a plated bread, but we make a whole meter here. Then it gets cut in pieces, and I think we're just taking a little piece just as a snack. We finished with our shopping. It's not a huge shopping mall like in other places, but actually individual shops can be quite big, and it's a good way of buying things quite cheap. So thank you very much for joining us with our little shopping trip. I hope you liked it, and if yes, please press the like button. And for all the new subscribers, please don't forget to actually press the subscribe button, that you can follow us on more adventures here in Switzerland.